Hi everyone. So happy Australia Day today. Everyone do stay safe with everything that you do or whatever your plans may be. Um, so we're just having a quiet one today. Um, well, I'm really doing this video because I'm trying to reach out to other mums out there for a little bit of advice. So I'm a breastfeeding mum, and she's partially on formula. It's been like that since she was born. It's complicated because well, let me start from beginning. She's now almost 12 months old. She'll be 12 months old on the 9th February. And so I wasn't able to breastfeed my other two. So at the beginning, I was a little bit not really sure. Well, I knew what I was doing, but not sure it was going to work out for me, how it did with the other two. So it was with my first daughter. I breastfed for about 6 weeks, and not only did she leave me with blisters and cracked bleeding nipples, and it was toe curling pain every single time she latched on. When she was 6 weeks old, I was diagnosed with Hodgkin's lymphoma cancer. So I had to stop breastfeeding because I had to start chemo and all that. So that's a long story. But with my second bub, my next daughter, I stopped at 2 weeks because the same thing happened. Not the cancer, thank God. But what happened? I got the bleeding nipples and all the blisters again, and it was so painful. But with this bubby, it never happened. She's never hurt me when she's been breastfeeding, despite, when they start to bite. But that's another story. But in the ways of, poor latchman, or whether they were tongue-tied, I don't know. If I knew what I knew now back then, I probably would have gotten my other two checked for tongue-tie. But because this one, this bub, Kiana, I haven't done anything different, and she has just latched on perfectly every single time, and that's why I've been able to breastfeed her till she's 12 months old. And the other question is, I'm not really sure how long I'm gonna breastfeed her for. That's just something I think Kiana and I have to work out between us. But anyway, so she's on partial formula because I was waiting for my milk to come in, and I just kept her on that. Because another problem was that my second daughter got badly constipated. And now we found out it may have had something to do with the kind of formula she's on. And that particular type of formula, which was S26 Gold. And midwife this time around told us that it was found to have been backing up a lot of other babies. So I'm not sure if that had something, or might have had something to do with it, or it could have been something else. I'm not sure, but we tried everything. We had to take it to a pediatrician. But that's another story. I keep getting off the topic. Baby Kiana. Okay, so in the morning when she wakes, she has breast, and she has breast for a while, maybe half an hour. Or sometimes when she wakes up really early, I co-sleep with her while she's feeding on me, and sometimes I fall back to sleep with her. So she has lots of breast in the morning, and then when we do get up, I make her some toast, and she eats some toast, and then she has a formula bottle about 11-ish, and then she has other things throughout the day, like she has her rusk sticks. We have these things called crustkets. She has some of them. She has biscuits like shapes. She has fruit. She has basically anything she eats. She has stuff just that we've got for her around the house, that especially for her to eat. So that's what she has. And then by about 2, she has a bowl full of pureed vegetables, or yogurt, but she has consumes about the same amount in the bowl each time, whether it's yogurt or vegetables. So she has that, And then she has, when we have our dinner at about 5, a lot of the time we give her kind of a little bit of what we're eating. So if she can eat it, we give her some. Like if we're eating some meat, hubby will make cut a bit of meat big enough for her that she won't choke on, and she usually just sucks the crap out of it. And sometimes she gets tiny little bits off and she swallows that, and because she's got 4 teeth, she's got the 2 top ones and the 2 bottom ones, so she can't really chew properly in that yet. So yeah, she has what basically what we're having. If we have mashed potato, we give her a bit of mashed potato, or and whatnot and that. And then sometimes she has a sleep at around 5ish and that, and she has more breast, and she falls asleep on the breast. And then she has at 8:30 she has a formula bottle, and then a bit later on when she decides to go to sleep, this is where my problem happens. And lately she hasn't been going to sleep till like midnight, and I've got no idea why, but she falls asleep on the breast. It could start anywhere from 10:30 onwards, and she'd be on and off the breast, on and off the breast, on and off the breast. And oh, so sorry, I'm just tired talking about it. A couple of nights in a row there, she's gone down at like midnight to 1 a.m. and she sleeps for maybe an hour, then she wakes up, and then I have to give her more breast and to put her to sleep again. Sometimes I'll think she's asleep, put her down, she screams bloody murder. I can say right now, no, she's not a reflux baby. She's never been a vomity baby. She does get her burps up all the time by herself. I'm not sure what it is. Maybe this is normal, but I've never really had been able to breastfeed for this long. So I don't know whether she's just waking up and automatically just wants mum, and mum means breast. Because when I pick her up and put her on my shoulder and I pat her on my shoulder and whatnot, she pushes herself down like she wants to go on the boob, and she does. And as soon as I get it out, she's straight on and sucks away, So I'm not sure what's going on here. Like, I mean, last night she went to bed at like 11. That's just because she had an early sleep in the day. But then she still woke up twice. Oh, she woke up in a couple of I put her down when I thought she was asleep, and then I came out and did my nightly routine, and then came back in, and she was crying. I heard her baby monitor crying, so I came back in, had to nurse her to sleep, put her down, then she was asleep, and then she woke up a bit later. Had to pick her up, breastfeed her. She went back to sleep, and then she woke up just before the birds were singing. So I brought her into bed with me because she was feeling a bit cold. Brought her into bed with me, breastfed her. I fell back to sleep breastfeeding her, and she fell asleep because I woke up and she was, just laying there next to my boob. And yeah, so I'm just so tired. I need to change her sleeping route patterns, but I'm just not sure how to do this or where to start. Sometimes she has a little sleep in the morning, but when I mean little sleep, it's only about 20 minutes to half an hour. And then she has that 5 o'clock sleep. So I don't know. I'm just getting tired, and I don't know. Can anyone please help me out? What am I doing? Has anyone got any links to any kind of like good routine I can try and get her in? And I'm just tired. Calling out to all mums, please, if there's any advice you can give me, please give it, because I'm out and I'm tired. Thank you. Bye.